Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Lorraine Lopez Loves. And this week, Lorraine Lopez loves Jerry Garcia, stand-up comedian. He was in the HBO series, let me see, Entre Nos, right? That was
episode 5.
Episode 5, season 1, right? Was
yeah,
there
it's
2?
still season 1.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
still season 1, I think.
And also you just did a special this summer.
Yes.
Yes, and it's If It's Not My Weekend.
It's Not My Weekend. 30-minute special. HBO.
Awesome.
Cool.
Sounds
Airing
cool.
right now. It's still airing. Still there.
Yeah.
On HBO Go and HBO Now.
Very cool. Also, he's headlining at the Ice House November 2nd at 9:30. You get tickets for $15. I'm also performing. I'm super excited. Thank you so much. That's going to be really fun. You also performed, you just said, overseas.
That was back in a few years now. 2015. I'm trying to get my butt back there, dog. I had a blast. It was a little USO tour and stuff. It was cool.
Oh, cool. What places did you go to?
We did Italy, Greece, Turkey, and Jordan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was awesome. 2015. This was 2015. Back I think it was like May. I know because my Facebook memories come back around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a blast. Performing for the Troops was great. We did like a whole month. It was me and 3 other comics: Yorsi Thomas, Justin Rivera. As another guy, I forgot his name, but yeah, it was a blast, yo.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, what was it like, what was your favorite thing? So it was for the troops.
It was for the troops.
Okay.
Yeah, it's armed forces entertainment.
Yeah.
So they get these group of guys together. We're all different genres and different ethnicities and stuff like that. So they get us all together. They handpick guys and stuff like that, which I haven't been picked since. And it's interesting. I thought I had a good time.
But do they do it all the time? And do they?
They don't do it all the
Okay.
time. I don't know how it works, to be honest with you. Just one day I got an email from Armed Forces Entertainment like, hey, you want to come to overseas? I'm like, yes.
That's insane. For a
Yes.
month? Sounds
And everybody thinks you're doing it for free. No, we get paid, and very well. Everybody thinks you're
Nice.
such a godsend. Thank you for doing this for the troops. I'm like, no, I'm actually got a pretty fat check coming out of this. No, but people really think that. And then we had a blast, dog. We spent a week in every country.
And so you had time to just hang out and
Yeah,
do nothing.
we
Wow.
did a lot of that. Yeah, especially in Italy, man. We spent like 8 days in Italy, a little bit past a week, and we got to see man, a lot of it, dude. Sicily, right?
Yeah.
So Sicily's like Puerto Rico of the United States. Like they don't like to be called Italians; they want to be called Sicilians, dog. You don't call a Sicilian an Italian, dog. It's like you don't call a Puerto Rican an American. Right. Kind of like what I'm trying to compare.
Yeah.
But
Or anything else.
or anything else. They're Sicilian, dog.
Yeah.
And it's a trip, man. They're like thug. Like it's still run by
Interesting.
mobsters, dog. Like they move. Mobsters got like billboards out there, kind of stuff. Like yeah,
No way.
yeah. This is owned by so and so family,
No
kind of
shit.
stuff. Yeah. So and so family welcomes you. Like so and so. That's a mob family, bro.
Whoa.
It's a
That's
trip,
cool.
dog.
They're still in that whole thing.
Yeah, and
That whole
it's run
system.
by families, like different areas of the city and businesses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even like IKEAs and shit like that. Like it's great. It's trip.
That's
They're
pretty
run
cool.
by IKEA's, run by the mafia.
And then there's obviously
There's they have IKEA in Sicily.
I don't know. I'm trying to make
Okay,
a joke
hold on.
here.
No, I know what you mean.
But yeah, but then there's anti-mafia people too, right? Like like mafia go away, this and that,
Oh,
and blah
yeah,
blah.
yeah.
And it's a trip, bro.
Yeah.
But Sicily was I loved it. We did the Leaning Tower, and we did man, with the gondolas.
Venice.
Yeah, Venice.
Nice.
Venice, beautiful, man. It just felt so lonely in my life. Just hanging out with 3 other men. Dude, 4 of us, all 4 guys on a gondola together, dog. It's like,
Trying to be all tough about it.
yeah, trying to be out
This is
there,
cool,
guys.
huh?
Yeah, this is fucking crazy, man. Don't splash no water on me, fool.
Pretty crazy doing that.
Did you find any like romantic moments there with the women?
Can't really speak on it too much.
Oh, so you okay?
But I got to meet some pretty interesting people on the military bases, man.
Oh,
nice. Women, man.
Oh,
So it was pretty
wow.
cool, yeah. Man, I can't really talk about it too much, but yeah, it was cool. It was fun.
Is that why you weren't back? You're not back?
Maybe that's why I'm not back.
Yeah.
I got low grades somewhere.
I did the Navy base on the Channel Islands. So I did that
Oh.
with like a bunch of girls, and that was super fun.
Huh.
And we were all like, I was excited. I was like, this is gonna be super cool. I'm thinking there's gonna be like a lot of hot guys. But they were all like so young, like 7, like
That's
just
the thing,
babies. And I was
huh?
like, oh my God, this is crazy. I mean, I still partied all night.
Yeah, I
but
still
mean,
fuck, but
Yeah. Took advantage of him for sure. They're very virile. They're a virile.
By the way, can I cuss? I don't know. I was all right. I'll keep it loud.
You also have a podcast.
Yeah, I got my own podcast called American Wannabes Podcast. We're in episode like 100 and, man, maybe 60 or something like that.
Damn, how long have you been doing
maybe
it?
less. About 2.5 years now.
Wow.
And every week, nonstop. So whatever that is. So, we're like a 130 or something.
Yeah.
So we've yet to book a female on our show,
No.
which is interesting. Yeah, we've gained a lot of backlash for it.
No, on purpose or just
Not on purpose. It's just never happened.
Coincidental.
First of all, it's coincidental. First of all, we rarely have guests. We've only had like maybe 5 guests total.
Okay, then that makes
Yeah,
sense.
so that's why. That's why.
Yeah, if 160
Yeah.
straight,
Then
you'd be
that's
like, that's
pretty
tough.
But it's me and 2 buddies of mine, Christian Zaragoza and Jesus Poveda. Good friends, both very funny comics, and we've been doing it for, like I said, for 2.5 years. And we talk about our lives and experiences and stuff like that. And it's kind of like a Jerry Garcia loves. And and sometimes a lot of people the thing is that we have a lot of women listeners. We're looking at the numbers, and we have like 55% women listeners, right? But we do not say the nicest things about women all the time. So it's very interesting that women tend to listen.
Do you
Wow.
get comments?
We don't bash women. We just share real life experiences that do not make always women look the best, right? And vice versa, of course, right? We're not saying we're innocent, but we share these. Like I talk about me, I've been cheated on a lot and blah, 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 blah. And my buddies also had his heart broken and how the girls have done this to us and done that to us.
That does sound like this podcast.
A little bit of that. I know
like
we'll
the
get
female
into it.
version?
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. So maybe,
Yeah, no,
it's
the
out
same
there.
thing here. I've looked at the statistics, and it's more males listening to this podcast.
Well, that makes
you're easy to look at.
that's yeah.
You're easy to look at.
No, but
We don't do no video because we don't want to be seen. You know, we're not the best looking men in the world, so we don't like to
That's
be
not
seen.
what's selling.
Yeah, that's not what sells, Don.
Yeah, no, that makes sense for you, Lorraine.
Yeah, but Larry, come on.
But it's also the topics. Like, you know what the most popular episode was? One, I think, with Derek. Because people had guys message me and being like, oh my gosh, when Derek was talking about the first time he masturbated, I was dying.
Yeah.
I got so many, and then ever since then, nothing else. It's just like, that's the episode. Everyone went crazy.
Well, because that makes sense. You have a bunch of dudes listening, liking it for natural dude reasons, cute girls talking about relationships. But then there's probably that was the one they actually related to.
Mm-hmm.
They might enjoy it without necessarily
Both
always,
worlds
collide
it right
And they
there.
were like, oh, that's an experience. Because you guys talk about like even that one with I can't remember her name, but it was like you put the clip up and you guys were talking about like dating shit.
Okay,
like
yeah,
terms.
Gabby,
There was
Gabby
like
Conti, yeah.
Yeah, and it was like you were using terms. Then I was like, if I'm listening as a dude to that, it's like I'm interested because I'm like I've never heard that before.
Mm-hmm.
But if you had, the other dude was just relatable.
Yeah.
Talking
true.
about shit like, yeah, I've been through that.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
So what got you into doing stand-up?
So I'm 39 years old, and I've been doing comedy for 10 years now. Just turned 10 in October, actually.
Great hair.
Wow.
Thank you, brother.
39. That's good hair for 39.
Oh, my dad's hairy, man. My dad's very
Yeah, good for you.
Wolverine-ish.
Yeah.
And 10 years now, 29. Just one of those things that was always in my bucket list. I always wanted to do. At the time, I had like 2 little newborn babies. I had like a little 2-year-old and 1-year-old at the time. And just one of the things, started freaking out about life. Where's my life going? And I'm going to be 30 next year. I'm a father of 2. I don't know. I'm not doing nothing with my life. It's one of those situations. But I always wanted to be a comedian my whole entire life. I always studied it, watched it, just was intrigued by it. I won funniest in high school, funniest in middle school. I was that guy, the class clown all the time. So I tell people all the time, that's how I got laid when I was in my 20s, just simply making girls laugh and having a good time. And then just eventually, I go, dude, I could do something with this, man. I really want to do something with it. Especially, again, just me turning 30 was going to be like a big deal for me. And I wanted to get it out of my system before I either become a full-time dad or do what I really want to pursue, right?
Yeah.
And I tried it. I went to all these open mics. I started researching this stuff, man, and found the Ha Ha Comedy Club in North Hollywood, found the Ice House. Of course, I've been to these places before as a fan to watch people perform. But then I started looking into open mics and amateur nights and stuff like that. And before I knew it, I was just going often and meeting people. And this just started snowballing into a thing where, like, before I knew it, I was actually out there doing it. And I didn't tell anybody about me doing stand-up for like the first year and a half, man.
Oh,
Like
wow.
my family, my friends, nobody, dog. So I was like the worst bringer ever.
That's
for
so
bringer
crazy.
shows.
Why? You
Not
just
bringing
didn't want
anybody.
until you were sure?
Yeah,
Like, when did you
embarrassed a
feel
little.
that?
After like a year and a half, man, I actually got like a good 5-7 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started meeting like, like people like Jeff Garcia at the time, Steve Trevino, Willie Barcena, like all these comics who were, pretty well known, Rudy Moreno.
Yeah.
So these people started like, hey man, you're funny, dude. Keep it up. Keep going. You're funny. That was good. Keep it up. You should do this. You should do that. Just started getting like a lot more confident every time I went on stage, man. So before I knew it, I was constantly working and just, being the opener and just being the warm-up guy for like first couple of years. And that just kept me going. Then I started telling people, oh, man, I met so-and-so. I met this person. I met that person. I'm opening up for this guy. Yo, I'm open. And you're like, what? You're doing comedy, dog? What the hell? And it just turned into one of those situations.
Like, I've been doing it for 3 years.
Yeah, I've been doing
like,
it for a while now, dog.
That's amazing. Who was your influences in comedy?
Probably George Lopez would probably be the one that he always. I share the story where I go, but like George Lopez to me was like this guy who I would look at and be like, dude, that guy. Before he became famous, before he became mainstream, I would follow him at the Ice House and all these places. We're probably talking about 2001.
Is that before the show?
Yeah, before the George Lopez show.
Oh, damn.
Before he became famous, I used to go watch this guy all the time at the Laugh Factory, at the Ice House. I was in my early 20s. And I would tell people, man, that guy's the most funniest man in the world. But he's never, I would tell people at the time, he's never going to make it. He's never, ever going to be famous because he's ugly, dog. Like, he's dark. He sweats.
No, I can't.
This and that. But I meant that as a compliment.
Yeah,
Because I feel the same way as myself. Like, that's why I'm not going to be famous. Because, like, I'm not going to be that, like, I'm not, this fucking handsome guy. Like, so it's going to be harder for people like myself and for George Lopez to blow up. And then that will obviously prove me wrong.
I always thought comedy the opposite. In general, I always thought as not a comic, like before as a comic, just loved comedy. I always just thought that
the funnier looking you are.
If you're a funny looking
Chris
dude,
Farley or anything like that. Yeah.
Like attractiveness almost seemed at odds.
I'm not trying to say you should be very attractive, but you also shouldn't be the very.
You can't be too ugly.
You
there's
can't
like
be
a fine line.
There's a medium, bro.
Yeah, because even if you look at like Chappelle, I don't think is in any way traditionally
a good looking dude.
Right? Yeah. It's like.
But he's not like bad to look at either. I don't know. It's complicated, but at the time, I'm 22 years old, trying to make these assumptions and figure shit out. Like,
there's also like Dane Cook was huge at the time. He was good looking.
Yeah, he was good looking dude, and he's like a funny guy. Yeah, exactly. That's a good example.
But there's been cases where someone's been like overweight and so super successful, and as soon as they shed the pounds, they're now not successful anymore.
But overweight also like shows like jolliness and I don't know, man. Funny. It's just funny. Like,
okay.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's just me, my complicated self. That I always think that George Lopez is the greatest, funniest man in the world, but he's never gonna make it. And that was my assumption at the time. Obviously, he proved me wrong. He's hilarious. He's obviously a superstar.
Definitely.
But what I'm trying to say, when I'm trying to get at that, is because of his success. It helped me be like, you know what? I can do it too, dog. If George Lopez can make it, I can make it too, kind of stuff. And like, I mean that as a compliment. I love George Lopez still today, man. And but that was me, my dumb thinking at that time.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know?
Yeah, you needed that. I think everybody needs that a little bit, like some sort of idea of they're like me. Like you started. When did you start?
2009. October 2009.
How old?
I was 29 years old.
So that was I started 27, and it was like by the time I was 29, I was like, oh, I started older. I didn't even notice. Like a lot of guys like start way younger.
Well, yeah, that's a thing too, man.
And I looked to guys that started older as kind of an idea that I could do it. So you always like, I feel like when you're new, you need somebody to kind of be like, oh, they're a little like me in a lot of ways.
Well, George Lopez, like he broke through when he was 42 years old. We got a sitcom at 42, dog. So
that's amazing.
Yeah. And so I got 3 more years to get my sitcom. But no, but that's another reason. I started 29. I wish I started when I was younger. I wish when I started in my early 20s. I wish. But at 29, what helped me is that it made me not like want to fail. So it made me want to work harder, faster, quicker, and get there now.
There's no time to waste.
Yeah. So that's the pro about it, man. I mean, the con is I think I would have been a lot famouser by now.
I know.
If I was started at 22 or something like that, right?
Yeah, there's an appeal to like the youth thing. It can't be denied. That if you're funny, just as funny, but you're 22 compared to 30, 22 is more interesting. It just is. Like to the industry.
They're gonna give them more
They're gonna be like, oh, this is more exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also shocking because I always, when you do see someone so young, you're like, what do they have to talk about?
Yeah,
and then if they're hilarious,
they're just silly. That's the best part. When you're young, you're just so silly.
And you don't care. You're not overthinking. And I think now, before I would say whatever I wanted, I never gave a shit. And now I'm always like, should I say that?
I'm the same way.
And I'm like, why is this happening? Because you're just more aware.
Yeah.
You I don't know.
Yeah, when I first started, I had the funniest, silliest, dumb, like talk about anything, and I would get the laughs. And now I'm like, I would never say that joke now. Like, I would never say that joke again.
Is it because you
Yeah.
think it's a bad joke, or just like you wouldn't say that again?
I just
Like
wouldn't
a
say that
topic-
anymore. Like
topic-wise?
you know, like topic wise, bro.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
you have 2 kids right now?
I've
or-
got 3
Three?
kids, man. 2 babies, mamas.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's how life is right now. And it's my weekend too. They're home right now.
Busy.
Yeah. Got my roommates watching them. Shout outs to Jose Sepulveda.
Are your kids are they funny, or how are their personalities?
They are funny, man. They keep me laughing all the time. So yeah, they get a joke. They're 12, 11, and 4. So, and all of them have their own little quick wits, man. They all got something funny to say all the time. It's fun. It's a trip. That's cool.
What if they were like, I want to be a stand-up comic? What would you think?
God, man, I know people ask me that all the time. I don't know what to think, cause it's a dirty game, man. It's tough
Yeah.
out there, dude. It's very frustrating, man. And but of course you're gonna support them no matter what. I'm like, just how about you be gay better? Funny.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So what about you talk about your their stepdad a lot. Is that a real thing? Are
Real
you
thing.
good close with the stepdad?
No, I'm not. Nah, that's what's not real. So my kids have I got a 12 and 11-year-old, and these guys are first married. I was married for a while, whatever. But now they got a stepdad now. But no, I'm not close with this guy. I'm not. But I created this whole illusion about him.
Yeah.
But
Does he?
he's a real person. He's a real guy, and he does help me out in ways he doesn't even realize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Do they watch your comedy? Your ex?
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, my kids are in my special. They do like the little opening and the closing, and so obviously they're excited. They tell them on the show, and their mom and I, we get along very well. So there's no bitterness, there's no saltiness whatsoever. So she's cool, man. She's like, oh, I saw your special, good job, blah 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 blah, and we saw it at home, and yeah, of course. And the guy, of course, I'm sure. I don't know what he thought, but I'm sure he saw it.
Yeah, I'm sure he was happy
Yeah.
with that. So you're from LA.
From LA, born and raised.
What area?
Huntington Park, California.
Nice.
Have you been there, Lorraine? Have you been
I'm
there?
sure I have been.
I have,
mean, I
Uber.
can't remember.
Yeah, I was just passing through the Uber.
Yeah.
Do you still live
We
there
call
now?
them Uberos. Yes, born and raised, and I still live there
Nice.
now. It's just LA's so expensive, dog.
Yeah.
It's just I try to get out. I try and get out, and I can't. I'm like Godfather 3. It sucks me back in, dog. And
Well, it's not too far. How far is it?
it's not bad. It's just really congested there. It's one of the most congested little towns in LA, man. It's very Mexican, you know.
Is it? Where is that by? What other cities?
Southgate, Downey, California.
Okay.
Boyle Heights is down the
Okay.
street.
Yeah, I was at Boyle Heights last night.
Yeah. How was that show? It was a cool show, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I liked
did
it.
that.
Yeah, I love Boyle Heights. Is so cool.
I love Boyle Heights, man. I do. And that Boyle Heights is what I want Huntington Park to be like one day when they grow up. Because Huntington Park is still very old school, very Mexican, very rural. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's an ice dream right there. And they just get there right there.
Damn.
Oh, they'll fucking
Shit.
love it.
Terrible.
Yeah.
So let me see what I have here. Also, what is your home comedy club or your favorite place to do stand up?
My favorite place is the Ice House Comedy Club, which I'll be there November 2nd. But yeah, that's probably my favorite club. But my home club is probably a Ha Comedy Club, North Hollywood. That's the place that always opens the doors for me. And every time I get there, just go up on stages anytime I want. Obviously, Ice House doesn't run that way, but they are always showing me a lot of love for producing my own show and giving me my own night whenever I want. But I can't just walk up and get on stage whenever I want, right?
Yeah.
But the Ha is probably my home club. My favorite club is the Ice House, Ontario Improv. A lot of the improvs that I perform at show a lot of love. Oxnard, all these places show a lot of love everywhere I go. Phoenix is a big market for me. Phoenix and Texas is too, San Antonio. So those are places I love going to perform in.
Yeah.
But my home club is Ha Comedy Club for sure.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
And you were just in Reno.
Reno,
right?
Laugh Factory. I was there a whole week.
Yeah, no, when I went to the airport, there was just huge signs of your face everywhere.
Aw.
It was crazy.
Yeah. That's dope.
It's very awesome. Let's see. Let's talk about guilty pleasures.
Oh.
I mean, that could be whatever you want it to. What is your guilty? Do you have any guilty?
Like watching girls on HBO.
That's it. All right, as simple as that.
Well, what do you mean by guilty pleasure?
Okay, well, my guilty pleasure is going to psychics.
Oh yeah, you know what? I'm like this. I'm intrigued, dog. Cause sometimes I really get caught up in what's next for me. Where am I going now that I'm gonna be 40? So that's my. All these things are coming back to me again. Like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? And dude, I've been looking into psychics, dog. I've been looking into psychics, but God, man, first of all, my mom would be ashamed, dog. She would not like that
because of just religion. It's looked down upon.
It's black magic, dog.
But it's so weird because when you go to the psychic,
what do they bring? I want to come. What do they do for you that you feel peace?
It might be more of a therapeutic, like just talking out, like just a therapist.
Okay.
So, but what I like about it is I only go to the tarot cards, and it only shows you the next 3 months in your future. And it's changeable. So they're not like you're going to get robbed and murdered. They don't tell you that. It's just like things could change. You could be, but it's not my, you know what I mean? So it's very like
vague.
It's vague, but it's been good.
Oh man, I just learned something along these lines in terms of like the vague world of the spiritual advice. You're probably like astrology.
I'm not into no.
You're not? Oh, good for you, because it's gonna kill. This is gonna kill you if you were.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
Turns out this is a fact. Turns out all astrological signs are a month off.
No way.
And they have been for a long time.
But month forward, back?
Back. So whatever you are, go to the month before, that's what you are.
So
and you have been your whole life.
Nah, dog. Why? Who said this?
I know, right? It's crazy, right?
Damn,
I like being an Aquarius.
Me too, dude. I was a Leo. I had a pride about it. I'm a lion, man. That's a powerful symbol. And I'm a fucking Cancer now? It's the worst named one.
Yeah.
But it's a good sign, I guess.
I don't know, man.
But this is a true thing. They
just announced this. Like,
not even just announce it. It's just known fact, and a bunch of people just aren't talking about it. It's simple. So the way astrology is built is just the way the sun passes through the sky. Babylonian calendar, they built the 12, whatever. Well, because the Earth, as it rotates on its axis, it doesn't rotate perfectly. It has a wobble. That wobble, over the course of millennia, changes our relationship between the sun and those stars. So we've wobbled enough that calendar is been just shifted. It's like daylight savings time. It's just shifted to where our relationship between the sun and the stars is a month different now. And you can look, like you can pull out an app right now, look at the calendar, look at the whatever.
And it's not where it's supposed to be.
And the sun is through right now, like Virgo or something like that, which is what September is. Something like that. I mean, you can see it right now. You can actually look at it. It's crazy. So anyways, hilarious to me because a lot of people are really into astrology and what their sign is. Like you've been building your entire theory.
I'm not into it so much.
A month off.
But damn, they think sometimes they're spot on some shit,
100%.
bro.
100%. But read your new sign now and be like, uh-oh, fuck, is that more me? You know, because you can always kind of do that with signs. Like the other one is you. Like you can kind of do that. If somebody told you a sign or a horoscope from a different thing, but they told you it was yours, you'd be like, that's me. But then they tell you, actually, that was Aries. It's not you. You're like, oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So, but now what's funny is,
bullshit.
Yeah. So, but now you can go to the real one, the one you are, and you probably look at it like, shit. Because I read the Cancer. I was like, ugh, that's more me than Leo. All of a sudden.
Oh, wow.
You know, so anyways, I just want to throw that out there.
Interesting.
I thought it was fun. The whole, because it reminds me of the psychic stuff.
Yeah.
It's like on the same lane of like vaguely accurate, so it's always accurate somehow.
You can make it work for yourself.
Yeah.
No, I once had
a
psychic.
Interpretation, doc.
I had a psychic one time. I saw her at a.
By the way, do you go to the same psychic, different psychics?
I have one psychic that I go to, and I don't go too often because she's so hard to get a hold of.
Oh, she's that good.
Yeah, and she also is like not someone that like really cares about money. She only charges $30 for
that was my next question.
Super cheap, and she doesn't want you to keep coming. I think she knows who you are, and she just kind of like.
Nah, she don't want you to catch her in her bullshit, but okay, go ahead.
No, but she's warned me from some amazing, crazy shit before, and she's like, I feel like she saved my life. She's helped me with a lot of stuff. But I've been scammed twice because I would never go to psychics my whole entire life because I'm scared like that. Like, you know,
the demon shit.
Demons. I was scared I was going to get like a spell on me. Like, I'm always scared of everything. So I had like a bad situation happen, and I was like really like needed answers right away. So of course I went to a psychic crying. Oh, this is the worst story. I am so ashamed by this story.
You're ashamed?
I'm ashamed. This is like I'm an idiot.
Well, we're all dumb like that.
All right, go ahead.
So so I had a boyfriend who had a double life for 5 years, and then after that I started dating someone else who I thought was, you know, and then that wasn't working out, but it was some bad shit was happening, and I just was like walked in like, of course, crying. Like, I'm sick. Can you help me?
Yeah.
And she had told me, at the time, I had just did like a national commercial. So I had a little money at the time. She told me that every penis that inserted in me was going to leave me.
What?
I love the way. That's such a specific way. So
No.
you know how that's hilarious.
And then she just said like so many things. She said like I was gonna get sick, and she was like, it was like it's terminal, but somehow you'll get through it. But then there was so much going on that I was like, oh my, I I was talking about like dating, not like
Health.
this crazy shit. And then she was like, well, I can help you, but you're gonna have to pay me $900.
What the fuck?
Sorry, I know.
Yeah.
She's like, and then I can help you. And I was like, okay, sure. She's like, come back tomorrow, and then I'll tell you what I have.
Is it
I'll give you the answers. And then I came back, and I called her the next day, and I did. I fucking gave her the credit card. I don't
On
even
the
know.
spot, and then
On the fucking spot, and nothing happened.
Well, it's a scam. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was a scam. And then I came back. Then the next day, I called her. She said, "Call me at 1:00." So I was like, "Hi, Vicky. This is Lorraine." And she was like, "Oh, Lorraine, the girl that takes the bus." And I was like, "No, I didn't. I don't take the bus." I was like, "I came on a bike. I don't know." She was like, "Lorraine, let me see." Has no clue who I am. I get there. She has no answers for me. She was like, well, she's like, what I can do for you, I'll burn candles. If not, I'll give you, it's just going to be $700 more. But I was like, so wait, that $900 didn't mean anything? And she was like, oh, no, that was it. I just, if you want the help, you're going to have to pay more money.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, so then, this is crazy. So I literally got nothing out of it. I don't even know why I did this. My friend was so mad. He's like, you need to do a chargeback. And I was like, I'm not going to do a chargeback, because if I do chargeback, she's going to put a spell on me.
Yeah.
So this is crazy.
You really believe it?
Yes.
I could see the rationale.
Yes,
man,
yeah. And then I ended up doing a chargeback, got my money back. And nothing, because I didn't sign anything. And I told them, I said, I was like, I did not authorize this. Am I going to get in trouble? Mom, this is I'm
No.
sorry. But yeah, no, it was terrible. But I did feel like I was so taken advantage of. The idea that I went there so sad. And I'm not saying a certain thing because there's something I could not tell my family. But that she had said some really dark, disgusting things to me that was so mean that, I was like traumatized by that.
Yeah.
You know?
What made you go back after that?
Oh, again, to a different site?
Yeah.
Well,
that would be like, that's it. Never fuck all these bitches.
Well, the crazy part is 2 weeks later, I was at a car wash 2 blocks away. And this lady comes up to me and she says, honey, I'm a psychic. I want to read your palm. I said, no, I'm good. I did that, done that. I'm not into this. And she's like, well, we're both just going to sit here. I'm not going to charge you anything. And I was like, fine. So I fall for it again. And she's like, yeah, you just got a relationship with this guy who was tall, dark, and handsome. But now you're dating this other guy who's just a little older. Like, nothing was specific. And I was like, oh my gosh, how did she know? It's so ridiculous.
That sounds specific, so dog.
was gonna say,
that was pretty good.
Yeah, that would get me.
She described it tall, dark, and handsome,
Yeah.
and then a different guy who's old. That's fucking specific.
Yeah.
How's that not
2
specific?
for 2. She was 2 for 2 on
But
that.
are you guys joking? Or are you making
No,
I'm not joking. What are you talking
no, because
about?
she did.
I'm
She
with
was
Jerry.
like,
How would I know this?
she
How would
said-
anyone know this?
She did say, she was like, the other guy's older. A lot of women want him. The third guy, he's like around. He's also really big, and he will like wants to take you traveling. And I was
all
like,
this true?
All of it was true.
Oh, that's something.
Yeah, that's spot on.
That's something.
So then I ended up fucking paying her.
Wait, how much you pay?
But I mean, at least she proved herself a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
And this was crazy. She like sent me on a this is so embarrassing.
Like
By
a
the
scavenger
way,
hunt?
a scavenger hunt. She's like, oh, I have to leave. I don't live here. I'm going back to Vegas. Driving back to Vegas right now. She's like, but we'll talk on the phone.
But send me $900.
She's like, here. I was like, I don't have cash. She's like, oh, don't worry. You have this little credit card machine in my pocket. I was like, okay, perfect.
She really did?
Thank you. Yeah, it was crazy. But this is also not. This was a long time ago. So I'm telling you, I've learned. I'm a lot smarter. I don't fall for this shit. I have one girl charge me $30.
Right.
I mean, whatever.
How much did you pay the girl that got it right?
I mean, she didn't get anything right after that. That was just
Just the one. Well, how much you pay her for that info, or how much you give her? I'm curious.
I believe it was $200.
Oh, my.
Because I mean, it's worth like $50
No,
to
but
go 3 for 3. That was pretty.
I didn't get answers though. What was the point? She had me the scavenger hunt. I had to go find white rose petals.
Asshole.
She was like, I had to throw the petals. I had to take a bath in the petals. And then she told me to put it in the ocean. And I did it all. I did it. It's ridiculous. I was going through a hard time.
And she's the one that told me that every penis will go in you will never come back.
That was a different girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a different girl. But no, they might be working together because it was like 2 blocks away from the other girl. I have no idea.
So so recently I've been like, because I've been going through some stuff too, man. And like I had to like break up and all that stuff. And I was like, dude, like I want to know, I want answers, dog.
Yeah.
Sometimes I need answers, man. You just want a shortcut. I'm done with the bullshit. I'm older now. I'm not trying to figure things out on my own all the time. So that tells me, man, I've been kind of like.
See, I don't. Yeah, it would have to. I would suggest the 3-month thing. The 3-month is the best. When I've gone, I'll be like, am I going to sell my script? And she's like, no, not in the next 3 months.
Yeah. She's like, I've read it. No.
I was like, okay, perfect. But it's just not these 3 months. But I'll come back in 3 more months and I'll ask you that again.
That's hilarious.
But no, that one's been positive. But the problem with that is I have been there because I'm so scared of wasting my time with the wrong man.
Yes. I feel the same way, man.
That's why I would go, and I wanted to know about the guy that I was dating. So right now I'm kind of like, should I go? But also, is it just communication with that person?
Someone, like you said, therapy.
Therapy, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
just know someone to talk to and open up about what you're going through.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, because I have the same thing, man. I went through a breakup that kind of like shook me up a little bit, man. More than I thought it should have been. And so, yeah, at the time, I was like, man, what's going on here, dog? Like, I thought everything was right. I thought this was the right person. Everything was perfect. Everything was good, happy. And then just it ends. And then you're like, fuck, why?
Yeah, and you didn't even see it coming.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming. And you're like, huh, what the fuck happened there?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I hate it. It's
Those
scary.
are tough. Those are tough.
Anyways. Well.
Guilty pleasures.
Guilty pleasures, yes.
I don't have guilty pleasures. I mean, the only thing I tend to gamble on football, but
is that what you spend your money? Is that like, well, yeah? What do you spend most of your money on?
Clothes. I love shopping.
Yeah.
I'm a little fucking
nice.
shopping whore. Yeah, I like to I love shoes.
Those are nice.
Yeah. Now that I have kids, I want to keep them. You know.
Yeah.
Looking good too, little on drip and stuff. So I get them stuff.
Mhm.
And I'm a shopaholic. I'm not very good with my money. Though. Not very good with my money. That's why I still live in Huntington Park. That's why I can't get out of their hood. Cause it's tough, man. Fucking Uber Eats is getting me.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah.
Just everything's so easy now. Just Amazon Prime fucking me up. Everything.
It does add
it's
up.
Just everything I want, and it's right there at my fingertips, man.
I think I've spent most of my money lately on like drinking.
I'm cutting that back. I've been cutting back.
I need to stop doing
2019, I've been cutting back the drink. I got a DUI in 2018, my first one ever. Scared the shit out of me, dog.
Yeah.
Set me straight. It was in July after a gig.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I had I was Entre Nos thing had just dropped.
Yeah.
Entre Nos dropped in 2018, June 2018. I was obviously feeling myself, had a nice check, gained attention. I was drinking a little too much. And then I me pasé. I just overdid it.
Yeah.
One day I just got way too drunk, got behind the wheel and got pulled over and learned my lesson, man. And went to jail, all that stuff, probation, court, lawyers, everything. Again, just now, like 2019, I still drink, I still get drunk, I still get, but a lot less, man. I could count the number of times I've been hungover in 2019, maybe like 5 times, bro. And by now, in October, I would be, I'm just cutting it back.
No, definitely.
At shows, I only have 1, 2 tops. 1 on stage, 1 after, and that's it.
Yeah.
Antes era 1 before, 1 during, 3, 4 after.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if
and
I
I'm
do
just
that.
cutting back that.
I got a DUI too once. I've never said that. When I was 21.
Damn.
Yeah, and I had to get my dad to pick me up from the police station, and that was terrible.
Ugh.
And I would always hide what I was wearing because my dad was very conservative and strict. And I remember he picked me up from the police station, and I was wearing like a lace lingerie, tiny,
for sure.
and like clear, like they were actual stripper shoes that strippers wear.
Where were you?
I grew up in Ontario, California.
Oh, no way.
So
nice.
so that was the style back then. I mean,
do you know where Wrightwood is?
Mm-mm.
That's really close to you.
Is
but
it?
Nobody knows that town. That's where I grew up.
Interesting. Really?
It's up in the mountains behind.
IE?
It's the mountain from the IE, and you look at the mountains up there. where you get some snow.
Okay.
There's a little town up there where you go snowboarding called Wrightwood.
What is the high school? Is there a Rim of the World? No.
What is that? I know what you mean there. Yeah.
Okay.
It's up there. You know.
My family's in Ontario.
Interesting.
My family, yeah, my
wow.
mom, my daddy moved out to like 5 years ago. They're over there on
Nice.
Philadelphia and
I used to live off
Euclid.
Philadelphia. That's where I grew
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
Philadelphia
No
and
way.
Euclid.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
That's
between
street.
they're between Euclid and Mountain
Okay.
on Philadelphia.
Yeah. It was in Philadelphia too. Between
Why that high school? There's a high school there. What high school? is that?
Yeah.
Like a private high school.
it's like a new one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks new.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, when my family moved to Rancho Cucamonga.
I love Ontario. I love the IE, man. It's man love out there, man.
Yeah.
All the people
I
who couldn't make
do.
it in LA moved to IE.
Yeah.
You know? but they still got the LA look. That's how I see it.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, people are in LA are trying to make it, whether you're a little paisa kitchen worker, cook, you're
Yeah.
trying to make it in LA. You're trying to make it here, dog.
Yeah.
Everybody, even if you're a landscaper or whatever, you're trying to make it in LA because that's where the money's at. I'm talking about everybody in general. Dog,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
It's a
saying?
hustle town.
Wow,
It's a
I didn't
hustle
ever
town,
do
dog.
that.
Hell yeah.
Interesting.
But the IE is where you go and
Yeah.
you're like, all right, maybe I need to just be real, a little bit more real.
Be a little real, get a house.
Yeah. I love the IE though, dog.
Yeah, it is good. Some good food.
IE's sketchy though. Like you wouldn't think like you'd be like, oh, it's probably the hood in LA, but like San Bernardino is one of the sketchiest
Oh, that's
places
scary, dude.
in
San
America.
Bernardino's, oh my God, it look like Walking Dead out there, dog.
Brutal out there.
Yeah.
Really sketchy.
Mad heads, man, everywhere.
Yeah, daytime too.
Yeah,
I mean,
they don't give a shit. They don't hide it. Yeah.
yeah, I had some run-ins.
and
with-
even out here, there's more people, so it's not as scary. You know
No,
what I mean?
yeah,
So
no.
there, it's like there's nothing, and then
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember when I went to high school, I would walk to the front, and it was like all the cholos in the front, just.
Well, all the
so
cholos that get
crazy.
chased out of LA would go to the IE.
Yes.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying? And so that's what makes it scary too, because they got all these cholos who trying to prove themselves now over there. I don't know, hiding. I don't know, it's scary.
Yeah. I always say when I was in high school, everyone was trying to beat me up. People are always like, what? Why? And I'm like, it just was a thing. That's that's what happens. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm a fast runner. That's what I am. I'm not a fighter. I'm a fast runner. But let me see what else I got here.
How long you been doing comedy? I think that's what it is. 2 years, you said?
2 years, yeah.
Why did you get into comedy?
I just had a martini, broken heart. I did an open mic. I had one of my best friends. I don't know if you met Betsy Cox.
Yeah, Betsy.
She's the one that got me into it because she was doing it like years ago but she stopped.
Uh-huh.
And then
I think she said that, yeah.
we met we worked at a nightclub together, and she was like, you should do stand up, and I thought she really thought I should, but she was only saying it because she was like, she says it to everyone. And then I started doing it, and then I realized, I was like, oh my God, this is it, because I'm not the class clown. I'm so shy, and I'm an introvert. So
Okay.
that's where when she said that, I was like, that's a weird thing to say to me. I don't know. But as soon as I get on stage, I feel like myself.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
not like how I am I am with my friends, but
Well,
normally I'm like, ugh.
It's a trip too.
Awkward.
Like maybe because I'm getting older, but in my 20s, I was a freaking goofball, bro. Like I was silly. I didn't give a shit about. I'll do whatever it took to get a laugh, whatever. Now that I'm actually a comedian and doing it for real, now I'm very conservative and very quiet to myself. Like off stage, I'm very chill. Like I don't know how to be the center of attention anymore. Like I guess I get that all on stage. Enough of that on stage. Where like when I'm off stage, I don't need that type of attention. I like to be on my own and do my own thing and just, be quietly. But before it was all about, hey, what's up? What are we doing? I was just like trip and just fall and whatever it took, dog. Looking down shots, fucking taking shit.
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
it took, dude. Spank my mom or whatever it took.
Yeah.
You know,
You were that
to
guy.
make it. I was that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now that I'm actually doing comedy, it's like, nah, man, very.
But do you find that like if called upon, like if it just kind of rolls your way, you'll still be the funny guy off stage?
Off stage?
Yeah, off stage.
I have to be very comfortable with people.
Yeah.
I have to be very comfortable. I have to be around real friends, family.
Yeah.
My family gets me. They get me. My friends obviously. So like I could do that still around them. I'm not gonna do it around a group of strangers
I know what you
in
mean,
a
yeah.
bar. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna do that shit, dog.
Yeah.
So no.
Yeah, I feel the same way with like. Well, I was never really the class clown either, but maybe between you. But it was same thing now. Like I'll only be. I don't try to be funny on stage. Like I'll just try
not
to
me
hang
neither.
out.
Not me neither.
But if it's with friends, it's like eventually I'll be funny.
If I fuck
'Cause
with
we're
you,
having a good time.
if I fuck with you, it's because I like you.
Right,
Like
right.
if I tease you, make fun of you, clown on you, it's because I like you.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I like because I'm comfortable with you.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
only fuck with people I'm comfortable with.
For sure.
So that's a trip.
And it takes a lot of energy to just be doing that all the fucking time.
Right.
I'm just like, but I do feel like people get so disappointed. They're like, and I always, because I work at a bar and I have my coworkers always like, oh, Lorraine, she does stand-up comedy. And then there's people that are out of town.
Don't you hate that? I hate
I'm like,
that.
please.
Dog.
One time I got so mad. I was like, do not tell anyone that I do stand-up comedy. Because I cannot like live to whatever. If you're not
First of all,
from
you're
here,
day jumping it, so that's bad enough.
no, I don't want to be there trying to entertain you now. And like, I'm trying to work.
Yeah. I hate when people tell people like, oh, you're a comic. Eh? I go, if they don't know who I am, I shouldn't be into like.
That's a good line.
Yeah.
If you don't know who I am, I'm sorry. I gotta go.
Like, come on, man. And I just mean that in like, come on, then you're not impressed. Like, why would you be? Why would I have to make you laugh, dog? Like,
exactly.
I don't know.
No, I like that. That's a good line. I also have. I was talking to this guy comic, and he was like, like the only reason why we ever started comedy, right, Lorraine, is just to get laid.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, not me. But I liked that he assumed that's why I started comedy.
Yeah, that's
funny.
funny. You put you in that group.
Yeah.
And I was like kind of like honored. I was like, thank you, but you're right. Yes, that's why I started doing comedy, is to get laid. Thank you. Does that help you? Do you find your dating life is better from doing comedy? You said your 20s, it was from that?
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I was getting laid before, but it's definitely taking a different pedestal. I mean, I've dated many women because of comedy, people I meet at shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, yes. It's pretty good.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
I mean, shit, I don't know where to go with that. But
wait, and you said, I know you have a jokes about like dating apps, but are you really on dating apps?
I tried it out for a little bit, and it's not for me.
No,
it's not for me.
Yeah.
Again, it's just I don't like it. I wasn't getting no love from it, and it's just I don't know. I never.
Did you on your dating apps say that you did stand up?
Yes, I did. Unfortunately, I put my credits and shit.
Also,
not to put my credits. I just put my stat. I put it. I
You're
would
like
put
HBO. You did all that.
I would put it to.
Great.
I should have. Maybe that would have helped.
When I got on the dating apps, the first thing I noticed, it was every stand-up comic was on there.
Yeah, a lot
every
of us are
person with her microphone, and I was just like, "This is crazy.
Yeah,
this is amazing."
I did not. I noticed that
You
too.
noticed that too?
And I was like, nah.
Did you see me on there?
No, I didn't. I wish I did. Shit.
Because I actually do have a stand-up on there too, which I should take off. But
you got. I tried Bumble. I tried Tinder. I get over it. I get into it for a few days. Oh, this is fun. This is dope. And then you get some matches, and you're going back and forth, and you're fuck. And obviously, I'm there for one reason. I just want to hook up. I'm not really trying to look for something serious. So, you need to. If you don't, that's the approach I was taking.
yeah,
So I'm not trying to fall in love on Tinder.
yeah. Well, yeah.
So,
that Tinder is
but
for
it seems
sex.
like women they want to get to know you and blah blah blah. And I go, that's not what I'm here for. I have no trouble meeting people.
Yeah.
I don't have trouble meeting people. But sometimes you just want to get to the point, and I just want to hook up, and that's what I thought Tinder was for, and that's what I was doing it for. But it wasn't working out for me that way. I mean,
everyone was trying to be in a relationship.
everybody
with
wants
you.
to have fucking dinner and movies and all that shit. I'm like, no, I don't know you. I just seen 2 pictures of you, dog. Like, why would I want to take you out like that?
True.
Now, I meet girls at shows, yes, and I do get infatuated. So it's like, oh, shit, this girl's hot. She's pretty. She's smart. I love her smile. Yo, how can I see you again? Where can we do this? Let's go have a drink. Let's go get a. I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm all for that, but through 2 freaking pictures on Tinder, I'm not gonna fucking wine you and dine you, dog. Like, I'm not.
I mean, that would get expensive.
That was my shit.
Because it's so many dates.
Yeah.
If you're really gonna be on that many dates, you're like taking everyone on that's ridiculous.
And then the chicks who are
45 minutes.
Oh, okay.
and the chicks who are down are not really chicks you want to mess with. Like that, you look.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, no, that's not what I want to be. I don't know. And then you would get recognized and like, oh, I seen your special, and I would get that shit. Some people just want to chat with me because they recognize me, not because they want to. They're just like, oh, I'm just a big fan or whatever. I'm a fan of yours and this and that.
Yeah, they're just trying to get some free tickets.
Yeah, it's not really much more than that, you know. So I don't know. It's just 2-3 weeks of it, and I was like, I'm over this. I'm done.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
I just get like if I'm one day bored, I'll just do it really fast, but I don't. I'm not on them.
And that's what I figured too. Like these chicks are not on it all the time.
It's like if you're there in that moment and you make one date, then it's gonna happen, but you forget and then you never look for.
What are you looking for on Tinder? You're looking for love, right? Girls, women.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not on Tinder. Actually, I have Tinder, but I'm not on it. Looking for love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking for love too, but I don't think Tinder's a place for that. Is how I see it.
Yeah. I mean, and honestly, this is different because I think before I was never looking for love. It was just looking for a good time. Like I was looking for a date, a nice, fun date. And that's really what I was. I like to go out and I would want it to be taken out to dinner. I'm the problem. I am the problem of what you didn't want. But no, now I think that I'm starting to feel like maybe I'm ready to have a relationship, like a real relationship.
How old are you, Lorraine?
Yeah, you can't
No,
ask me.
I walked there. You're opening up like you're saying this shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
well, I thought you
I'm in my 30s.
All right.
Okay, let's finish up with. Let's do either if you have a cool tip. Like I'm gonna give a cool tip. Like you can park on the yellow loading zone.
Wait, I've got tickets for that. What are you talking about?
You can park on the yellow loading zone anytime after 6 p.m.
I think you're correct.
And Sunday every day. Okay, so in Los Angeles.
Even Hollywood? Because I've got fucked over
Really?
in the Comedy Store.
Okay,
Sunset.
look it up before you do it. But that's my cool
But I
tip.
will agree with you.
Okay, yeah, there's something to it.
Yeah.
There's something to it. Or if you don't have a cool tip,
you should have sent
a
me this
life
ahead of
lesson. I
time.
know, I should have told you that.
Yeah.
A life lesson. And I'm going to, you can think about it.
It's all good. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so another life lesson that I have is, let me see what I have, is basically don't talk about your exes to people that you're dating. That's my problem. I always talk about everything. I overspill about this ex and then this ex, and guys are just so turned off, even if they're acting like they don't care or they want to know about it. No, they don't ever want to know about it. So I just have to shut my mouth. That's my life lesson.
It's an old. I'll agree with you. It's an old classic thing that we've known this for years, right?
Yeah.
It's been for years. Like never talk about your ex on a date. We still do it.
Mm-hmm.
I still do it too.
It's hard.
Sometimes I feel I need closure. That's why, dog. And
you're like, can you help me?
Damn,
with
what
closure?
the fuck happened?
Yeah.
But I know I hate listening to it, right?
Yeah.
So I try not to, but sometimes it'll come up. It'll come up. It always comes up.
And it makes you feel closer to someone when they know a little more about you, and that's a huge. If you were with someone for so long, you're like, oh, you should know this, but then it's like. They always hold it against you.
Yeah,
that's what I realize.
In the long run.
But I will ask you if I'm dating. I will ask many questions and want to know, but I don't want you to say it on your own.
Correct.
I don't want you because I'm like, why are you even thinking about that?
Correct.
Don't talk to me about that.
Correct. And I do you're right. I wait for the opportunity of her to bring it up.
Yeah.
Right. So how long you been single and who blah blah blah. Yeah, I've been single this long. Blah blah. I get it.
Okay.
I get it. What I've learned, it's not even a tip or a life hack. I'm learning that, man, everyone's cheating on each other nowadays, huh?
Yeah.
Right? It's getting really
It's true.
crazy,
To be
man.
honest, yeah.
Like girls I don't ever expect are cheating on someone are doing it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So true. No.
It's just so easy to do it too, man.
Yeah.
I've cheated a lot back in my day. I've been cheated on a lot. And then so now you're trying to do things differently. Right, so now I'm in a time where I want to do things right, but fuck, dog, you don't trust these girls now. It's just me.
Yeah.
I'm all fucked up too in my head. Where I'm trying to do things right. I just hope she's the same way, kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, definitely. No, I feel the same. When I am there, you don't know, even if you're not in a committed relationship yet, they're still holding their options open for everyone. You're just never. There's just so many choices. It's really what it is.
Social media, dog. It's
social media.
Amazing because.
And I think it's Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I don't think most places are like that. I went to London. I'm asking everyone about the dating scene, and people were just like, no, that's just not
how it goes.
Yeah, no, it's just Los Angeles.
I think you're right. I've been side dick for the last 2 years, man. Since I've been single. Just been the side dick dude, which is fine at first, but then after a while you just realize there's always this is what's going on. This what
that's
you
the
gotta,
thing. They
that's what
tell
you gotta settle. Yeah, they tell me up front.
Damn, this is the thing. What as I know is you're supposed to be dating 3 people at a time at all times. That's the thing. I'm not.
That's even if you have a girlfriend.
Sorry,
what are you talking about?
which I'm not doing. I'm not doing that at all. Okay, no, but yeah, no. If you're like not, but people are. This is my problem too. Is I've not been in actual committed relationships. It's been very like casual, but not.
Yeah.
You know.
I like that. That's cool.
Which I do have a question for you. So if you're dating someone, when would you feel the need to establish it as an actual relationship? Like when would be enough dates?
Yeah, how long?
Nothing specific. But yeah, like when would you think that is appropriate? When would you think the
you
time
gotta
would
go.
be?
You gotta go off with each other's vibe, man. The connection, how much you let them in you, like as how much do they know, kind of shit. It's almost like a little mob thing, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
like,
okay.
I mean, I don't know if you guys. I haven't dated. I'm married, so it's been a while. But it's like if you like them.
Yeah, exactly.
If you like them, it's like you hope they're your girlfriend immediately.
Very cheesy answer is, if you don't want to hurt that person, just that's when you stop everything else around you.
Okay.
When I don't give a shit about this person, I'm gonna keep doing everything around me.
Right.
Oh fuck.
That's a good way to
That's
say it.
crazy because this is the thing is I've been burnt so many times that I never assume anymore. So if you don't tell me, then I'm gonna keep just doing whatever I want, even if I don't want to. I'm just gonna be like, well, I'm just gonna keep my options open because I'm not gonna get hurt.
That's how girls are.
Yeah.
That's how my last girlfriend was.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I'm working on myself, but I've been good. Well, guys, I guess we're gonna wrap up with that. I think that was pretty good. I like that. Dope. That was like some deep stuff.
Pretty insight, man. Shit, I think we both did a little therapy on each other
we
today.
did. This was good. Yeah. We don't need psychics.
For
we're
real,
good.
dog,
Okay.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I'm down.
I'm gonna send it.
Okay. Is it in the valley?
No, it's about like kind of by Wilshire, Pico.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's close by. Maybe it's hard to get a hold of her. It might take you a year.
That's all right. I'm not in no rush, but I do want to get fixed.
Yeah. But guys, November 2nd, Jerry Garcia headlining at the Ice House.
Yes.
9:30 p.m.
9:30 show.
Yes. So get your tickets because it will sell out.
Yeah, well, it's actually half sold right now. So it's
really?
1 week away.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exciting. And all right, cool. Anything else you want to?
Other than that, my HBO special, It's Not My Weekend, is on comedy on HBO Go, HBO Now, and I think it's still on HBO Demand as well. I'm on this movie called Ploy, animated film. It's on DirecTV, pay-per-view, with John Stamos. It's pretty dope, man. That was pretty cool. And that's pretty much it, man. Follow me on Instagram, Comedian Jerry G. Comedian Jerry G.
Awesome. And not Grateful Dead.
Not the Grateful Dead. It's my given name, though, dog.
Yeah.
It's my real given name. And,
awesome.
Yeah, not from the Grateful Dead.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming. This has been so fun.
It was cool.
And Nolan Culver, thank you as always.
Yeah.
I'll invite you to our American Wannabes podcast.
Okay, well, I'll be the first girl.
Yeah,
okay.
We had Narciso Gonzalez.
Oh, cool.
That was as close to girls as we had.
All right, nice. Very cool. All right, guys, thank you guys for tuning in to Lorraine Lopez Loves Jerry Garcia.
For sure.